not born, but with consistent effort, one can become a great leader. In my perspective, leadership is linked to commitment, determination, teamwork, loyalty, respect, and having the vision to achieve the target. Good morning, dear CICians, teachers, and parents. I am Trix Nicole A. Valenzuela, Supreme Student Government President of School Year 2019-2020. On behalf of Colegio de Inmaculada Concepcion, I welcome all of you to the oath-taking ceremony of the elected candidates for Supreme Student Government School Year 2020-2021. It is an honor to introduce our newly elected Supreme Student Government officers. For President, Lovely Crisel B. Bondok. For Vice President, Eliza Luis S. Garcia. For Secretary, Atina Francois B. Masangkay. For Treasurer, Mariel Doreen Castro. For Auditor, Alexandre A. Dalisay. For Public Information Officer, Andrea P. Alvarez. For Peace and Order, Rom Abraham O. Ambulo. Grade 7 Representative, Clark Ethan C. Perez. And Erica Clemente. For Grade 8 Representative, Luis Nazarene S. Garcia. And Raquel Raisa M. Salazar. For Grade 9 Representatives, Mariel Q. Serrano. And Shanley Rol Manuel. For Grade 10 Representatives, Camille R. Sayo. And Joy Ann M. Olan. For Grade 11 Representative, Jerome Lynn P. Puson. And for Grade 12 Representative, Caradine S. T. Castillo Jr.
I, Lovely Crisel B. Bondok, after having been elected as President of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Inmaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Eliza Luis S. Garcia, after having been elected as Vice President of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Inmaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Atina Francois B. Masangkay, after having been elected as Secretary of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Inmaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Maria Lorena Castro, after having been elected as Treasurer of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Inmaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Alexandre A. Dalisay, after having been elected as Auditor of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Inmaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Andrea P. Alvarez, after having been elected as PIO of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Inmaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Rom Abraham Osorio Angulo, after having been elected as Peace and Order, of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan, Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Clark Ethan C. Perez, after having been elected as Grade 7A Representative of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan, Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Erica Clemente, after having been elected as representative of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Luis Nazrin S. Garcia, after having been elected as Grade 8 Representative of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Raquel Raisa Salazar, after having been elected as 8B representative of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Mariel Q. Serrano, after having been elected as 9A representative of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Shandy Manuel, after having been elected as 9B representative of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Camille Sayo, after having been elected as Grade 10 representative of the Supreme Student Government of the Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Joy Ann Ebulan, after having been elected as 10D representative of Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Jerome Lynn P. Tucson, after having been elected as Grade 11 representative of the Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear.
I, Caradine Santa Teresa Castillo Jr., after having been elected as Grade 12 representative of Supreme Student Government of Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan Incorporated, hereby solemnly swear
That I will faithfully discharge
To the best of my ability,
the duties and responsibilities of my position, that I will uphold the Constitution
and bylaws of the Supreme Student Government,
that I will abide by the rules,
Resolution in order of duty,
constituted by Colegio de Immaculada Concepcion of Bulacan, Incorporated.
Board of Directors,
that I will support the vision,
Programs and projects
of the Supreme Student Government,
and that I impose myself this voluntary
obligation,
without mental
Reservations
or purpose of evasion,
so help me God.
so help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God. So help me God.
so help me God.
so help me God.
So help me God.
so help me God.
so help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
so help me God.
I will now give the certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year elected SSG President Bondok Lovely Crisel B. I will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to this school year selected SSG Vice President Eliza Luis S. Garcia. I will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to this school year selected SSG Secretary Atina Francois B. Masangkay. I will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to this school year selected SSG Treasurer Mariel Lorin Castro. I will now give this Certificate of Supreme Student Government to this school year selected SSG Auditor Alexandre A. Dalisay. I will now give this Certificate of Supreme Student Government to this school year selected SSG Public Information Officer Andrea P. Alvarez. I will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to this school year selected SSG Peace and Order Lone Abraham O. Ambulo. I will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected Representative from Grade 7 Clark Ethan C. Perez. I will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected Representative from Grade 7 Erica Clemente.
We will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected representative from Grade 8A, Luis Nazarene S. Garcia. We will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected representative from Grade 8B, Raquel Riza M. Salazar. We will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected representative from Grade 9A, Mariel Q. Serrano. We will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected representative from Grade 9B, Shanley R. Manuel. We will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected representative from Grade 10A, Camille R. Sayo. We will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected representative from Grade 10B, Joyanne M. Ulan. We will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected representative from Grade 11, Jerome Lynn P. Tuzon. We will now give the Certificate of Supreme Student Government to the school year selected representative from Grade 12, Caradine S.T. Castillo Jr.